What's up, Freight Skills? Welcome to this video. This is going to be a quick one, and it's one that needs to be addressed because there is a huge problem going around with especially new brokers, experienced brokers, agents, of brokers buying shipper lists. So in this video, I want to give you 3 reasons why you should never waste your money and time on a pre-made shipper's list. Now, before I get on with the video, as always, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any freight broker news, updates, how-tos, tips that I publish on a weekly basis. So now let's get right into this. What is a shipper's list? Now, before I even go any further, I already made the complete guide to finding shippers. It's linked right below, somewhere up here. How to find shippers as a freight broker is probably the most in-depth video of finding shippers on this entire social media site. It's really a hidden gem. It gets amazing feedback every time somebody watches it. Make sure you go check that out after this video. But that's not why we're here. We're here because people are selling these shipper lists that are a complete waste of time and money. And I'm going to explain why that is. This is just such a passionate topic of mine. So if I get really excited, this is why, because I'm trying to look out for you, I'm trying to save you money and time. So a shipper list is basically a compilation of a bunch of shippers who a broker or somebody scraping the internet has compiled over the years, or days, or months, or however long it took them, right? They're really common in Facebook groups, forums, and other stuff, and they're also in some courses. I don't know, some people that put out courses like include a shipper list as a bonus, and the people buying the course don't understand that the 3,000 people who already bought the course are calling the same shippers. I don't know if you understand that and how that could be a problem, but it is a problem, all right? So let's just get into it. The 3 reasons why you should never waste your time and money on a shipper's list. Number 1, they are saturated. A shipper's list is usually made by somebody who had a company and had a bunch of shippers and now they're selling it, which is illegal. Or 2, somebody who paid somebody to scrape a bunch of records on the internet that are already publicly available, put them in one spreadsheet, and then they sell it as a bundle for maybe like $30 to $50. And they make it look like a huge bargain that you're getting 1,000 shippers in a list and you don't have to waste your time finding them all over the internet. So you buy it thinking like, oh great, I have all these shippers, I don't need to waste my time prospecting, only to find out that all of the shipper's info is wrong and outdated and doesn't work anymore. But that's point number 2. But point number 1 is that it's saturated. If somebody's selling a shipper list for $1,000 and they sell 1,000 copies of the shipper list for $20 a piece, which is not very difficult, there are now 1,000 brokers who are calling off of this same list of 1,000 shippers. What do you think the odds are of you standing out amongst the other 1,000 shippers? They're very low. So that's number 1, don't buy a shipper list because they are saturated. Point number 2, do not buy a shipper list because most of them are old and outdated. We are in a labor crisis. People are leaving their jobs left and right. The stuff that was valid 2 to 3 months ago even, forget 2 to 3 years, is no longer valid. Transportation managers change. Companies get bought out. People leave their jobs. People get promoted. All of the information that's on a shipper list that's publicly provided is not going to be reliable. And the reason is, why would a broker give you a shipper list that they didn't already hit themselves? Obviously they hit it, it didn't work, now they're trying to sell it to you at a bargain so that they could pocket a quick $30 and buy their office lunch for the day. Stop being stupid. Do not buy a shipper's list. God, I'm sorry, I'm really fired up about this topic because I see people selling these lists in these Facebook groups and people are buying them. And I'm like, you know what? I could make a ton of money selling a shipper's list. I have a database with 30,000 shippers and receivers. Should I start selling a shipper's list? It was just completely unethical to me, and it boggles my mind how people don't see that. And they're spending the $30 that they could spend on a LinkedIn premium subscription and learn how to do the work themselves. Which brings them into point number 3 of why you shouldn't buy a shipper's list, because it doesn't help you develop as a freight broker. People sell cheat codes to everything, right? They sell steroids to people in the gym who want to get bigger. They sell diet pills to people who want to lose weight but don't want to go on a diet. right? These things are all great and stuff, but it doesn't improve you in here, right? These are cheat codes, and just like there's cheat codes to video games and the gym and all of that stuff, there are also cheat codes to freight brokering, and a shipper's list is one of them, although it never really works. Buying a shipper's list is like buying the fish from the market rather than buying the rod that will help feed you for a lifetime, right? You're sacrificing short-term gratification over the lifelong skill of learning how to prospect. And again, I'm gonna link it again. The video up here is the #1 video that you'll ever have to watch on how to build a shipper's list of your own. And when you know how to build a shipper's list of your own, you never will have to waste your money on these shipper's lists again, and you'll never go hungry, because no matter what you're doing, you'll know how to build one of these lists, right? It doesn't matter if you're selling freight broker services, life insurance, law services, no matter what it is, if you know how to build a prospect list, which is what I teach you, you'll be good for the rest of your life. Now, I hope you enjoyed this rant/video. Hopefully I save you from buying a shipper's list from the next person who solicits you. Like I said, guys and girls, if there's anybody that advertises a shipper's list as part of their program, or tells you that they'll give you a free shipper's list, or is selling you a shipper's list for $30, $50, even I've seen $500, don't fall for it. It's most likely a scam. The list is being hit by thousands and thousands of other brokers, so there's no point in you trying, because you're pretty much the last person on it. There are a lot of free databases on the internet that people aren't really going towards, and I talk a lot about these in my course. So if you do want to develop your skill as a freight broker, you want to learn sales, you really want to succeed at this thing, I highly recommend you checking out the link below. It's a link to my private mentorship program. It's basically an ongoing freight broker education and support community. I'm always updating the lessons, I'm adding more content, and I provide daily support for the problems that come up on a daily basis for freight brokers. So definitely check that out if you are serious about growing in this industry. But other than that, don't buy a shipper's list, and until the next video, I'll see you soon.